People get caught up looking at pretty kitchens or low prices, but if the neighborhood sucks, that property will be your biggest liability. A deal in the wrong area will cost you more than you think. The truth is, tenants don't just rent properties, they rent lifestyles. And that means the surrounding neighborhood impacts demand, turnover, rent rates, and how hands-on you'll need to be as a landlord. If you skip this step and buy in a rough area, you'll feel it. Vacancies, evictions, even vandalism. So let's talk about how to choose the right neighborhood the smart way. So I like to go back to storytelling in some of my podcast episodes here. Many of you know, if you've researched me, that I bought my very first rental property, a duplex in a C-class area for $4,600. But I'm going to reframe this to calling it my Selkirk Avenue nightmare. So this first deal, and I use that word loosely, I mean, nobody's going to argue $4,600, 1997, unbelievable. You can't even, I mean, what can you buy for that now? But C-class, okay? Selkirk Avenue here in Winnipeg, arguably one of the worst areas still today. Can't walk around it in the day or night. But it was cheap, $4,600, dirt cheap. At the time, I thought I was being clever. And would I do it again? Probably. But my expectations would be different. And here's what actually happened. Now, the plumbing was stolen, who knows when, okay? Place sat boarded up for 3 years, no tenants, no cash flow. And when I finally got it rented, now got it rented within a few months, but it was non-stop drug dealers, needles in the yard, randoms showing up to party in the backyard. Who knows whether they knew the tenants or not. And I learned the hard way. I didn't even run rent numbers at the time. I didn't know any better. But the area will make or break your investment. So this podcast episode is how to pick the right neighborhood. I like my list, so we're going to go through 8 or 9 of these. Okay, number 1, understand neighborhood grades. Not all areas are created equal. Think in terms of A, B, and C. And I did a search, audience. There's a D class out there too. A would be classified as high-end, super stable, expensive, low cash flow, low turnover. B would be your working professionals, which is really good for balance. C would be lower income, higher turnover, and definitely more management. And D class, high crime, distressed, and unless you're highly experienced, definitely avoid. My go-to, my personal favorite, and one that I always advise any of my clients, B class areas with upside. Number 2, look at rental demand, not just property price. So forget about the cheapest deal. You want to ask, who lives here? Do people actually want to rent here? A property renting at an average market rent will always attract the most eyeballs. For example, if the city average is $1,350 a month, aim for that, not $2,500. A higher rent equals a smaller pool of tenants and longer vacancies. Number 3, use other data sources. Here in Canada, we have the CMHC, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, and the CMHC's rental market reports really break it down by zone and city. It shows you average rents by unit type and size, vacancy rates by neighborhood, trends in supply and demand. And here's a pro tip. Cross-reference that report with what's going on in whatever rental site you're using, whether it's Facebook Marketplace, rentals.ca, maybe Craigslist if you're in the US. Okay, number 4, you want to check out crimes, schools, transit, just check the basics. Would you let your kids walk home from school here? Ask yourself that question, okay? What's the crime rate? Are there any trends going up and down? Are there good schools nearby? How close is public transit or major roads? If it's a yes to all 3, odds are tenants are going to like it too. Number 5, drive the area, and more than once. Drive the area, go in the day, at night, on a weekend, okay? See what's happening. See if there are kids playing in the front yard, riding their bikes. At night, see what's going on. On the weekend, are there parties? Are all the lights off in the neighborhood around 10:30, 11 o'clock? Maybe that indicates an older population, people are kind of settling in, or are there just raves and parties going on? And then walk. You want to feel the neighborhood, okay? Are the homes maintained? Do they feel safe? Use your gut here. Are there signs of community or chaos? Go into some shops, go into some coffee shops, go to the local, Starbucks, whatever it might be, and do some people watching. What kind of people are coming in and out? What kind of people are walking on the street? Now, if you feel uneasy walking the block, your tenants will too. Number 6, talk to property managers and realtors. Property managers are going to know which areas attract quality tenants, where turnover might be highest, and what types of buildings are there and where repairs might happen often. Realtors can show you which areas are appreciating, which streets to avoid, even within the same zip code or postal code. But use both. Their knowledge is gold. Number 7, check for future growth and development. Ask yourself or find out, is the city investing in infrastructure? Are new businesses, schools, or transit projects coming up? These are long-term signals of increasing demand. Look beyond the now and invest where things are headed. Number 8, match neighborhood to your strategy. What are you looking for? What's your long-term goal here? Are you looking for cash flow, long-term appreciation, low hassle? Match your area to the outcome you want. I've always said, choose a goal and reverse engineer how to get there. If you're going for cash flow, are you going to be going for lower income? Probably, but expect more tenant management, building management, maybe a little bit more maintenance because the properties are older. If you're going for appreciation, go for a B+ neighborhood or even an A- class, but the returns might take longer. You need to know what your long-term goals are. So to summarize, you don't need a crystal ball, but you do need a framework. The right neighborhood means faster tenant placement, fewer headaches, and stronger returns. And don't just look at the property, look at the block, the street, the people, the lifestyle. Buy smart, but not cheap. If this helped shift how you look at neighborhoods, check out my show notes. We've got our free Get Rent Ready in 3 Days guide waiting for you there, plus more tips to help you find, buy, and manage smart investments without burnout. And if you've got a neighborhood in mind and you're not sure about it, shoot me a DM. I'm happy to weigh in.